Whether you are a recent graduate, an experienced professional looking for a change, or someone restarting your career, what is the most important document that you all need to apply for internships or job? Yes, you are thinking right. A resume. Hiring managers have to go through a huge stack of resumes in a very short span of time. You can be an ideal candidate, but one small mistake is enough for hiring managers to discard your resume. There are some of the common mistakes, or let me say blunders, that often candidates make on their resume. For example, using an unprofessional email ID. No recruiter wants an email from this, a big no. So always use a professional email ID like this. In this video, I will tell you about first, 9 things that you should keep in mind while creating a resume. Second, a step-by-step guide to use Grammarly to correct spellings and mistakes in your resume. So stay till the end. In my last video on resume making, you learned about the steps to create an effective resume. If you haven't checked it, the link is in the description box. Do have a look. It will surely help you. And please hit the like button to keep motivating me to make such content for you. Let's begin with the top 9 things that you should keep in mind while creating a resume. First is proofreading. Always check your resume for spelling, typo and grammatical mistakes. You can use free spell checking tools such as Microsoft Word Spell Checker or an online tool like Grammarly to proofread your resume. Well, nowadays, if you are making your resume in Microsoft Word or Google Doc, they have an inbuilt spell checker that highlights the mistakes in the text. For example, let's have a look at this resume. If you notice, the incorrect spellings are highlighted in red while grammar mistakes are highlighted in blue. Accordingly, you can correct the spellings and grammar in your resume. Before I proceed, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Now I will tell you an online tool that can be used for spell checking and proofreading your documents. It is Grammarly. So let's discuss the steps to use Grammarly. First, just go to the website www.grammarly.com. Click on this option Add to Chrome. It is free. It will add Grammarly to your Google Chrome browser. It will then install the plugin for Grammarly. Now the second step. To proceed, you can either continue with Google or you can create your account by providing your name, email ID and password and click on sign. For now, let's click continue with Google option. To log in to Grammarly, it will prompt you to put your Gmail ID and password. So third, what you would be using Grammarly to write, such as school, work or other projects. Choose the options work and continue. Then choose spelling and grammar option as this is what you want to use it for and proceed further. Then click on continue to Grammarly and it's free. It will help you proofread your documents for spelling, grammar and punctuation. So the Grammarly plugin that you have installed as an extension in the Chrome will now proofread any document you work on and help you write error-free and meaningful content. Today, with all these tools available for proofreading, there's absolutely no excuse for your resume to contain spelling or grammatical mistakes. It gives a very poor impression. Please reread or proofread your resume before you send it any company. Now let's go back to other important do's and don'ts that we should keep in mind while creating a resume. Next is the use of WhatsApp and SMS language in written communication. With the penetration of smartphones and so many of us being on WhatsApp and SMSing each other, unfortunately, the same language has also made its way into our professional communication, such as resume or Gmail. Please be careful and do not use this language in writing your resume or professional email. It does not leave a good impression on the employer. For example, let's say you are writing the following SMS to your friend asking her to share the notes assignment with you for that day. Hi, please send me your college notes for today. I was not well and could not come to college. Thanks. Do you see the short forms of various words used in place of their complete spellings? Would you use the same language to communicate with your teachers over an email? No, right? That's because it is an SMS language and informal in nature. So please use complete words and spellings while writing professional emails and communications. Third, highlight your skills, not personal details. Some students also include the name of their parents and their occupation in the resume. It is not really required and does not add any value to your resume. Apart from the name, address, contact number and email ID, skip all personal details. Fourth, quantify your work. Another important factor to keep in mind while creating your resume is to tell your story through numbers and statistics. For example, saying I came first in a competition is not as effective as saying I came first in a competition which had 500 participants. Always be very specific while giving details to give companies a clear understanding of your potential and your achievement. Next is declarative statement. You may have seen that many times the student at the end of their resume write a statement like this. I hereby declare that the information provided in this resume is to the best of my knowledge and is truthful. It is your resume and not a court affidavit. You do not need to mention this. It is assumed that everything that you list on your resume is true and you do not have to explicitly state that. So please avoid writing such declaration statement in your resume. Next is poor formatting. Many students also make this grave mistake of leaving their resume poorly formatted. It is difficult to read your resume if you keep changing the font type, font color and font size. Poor formatting is a good indicator to your interviewer that you do not take your assignment seriously. The key is to be consistent with the way you want to style your resume. Avoid using any showy or gaudy font style. You can use standard font styles such as Times New Roman, Calibri or Arial. Also, please ensure that you only use one font type and font color throughout your resume and do not use more than 2 font sizes for your resume. For example, you may use size 12 of Times New Roman for headings of your section and size 10 for the rest of the content of your resume. Next is the length of your resume. It should be 1 or 2 pages long. Write a concise resume that is not more than 1 to 2 pages long. The most effective resume are short and to the point. Hiring managers and recruiters may review hundreds of resumes for each open position. So a short resume ensures they can read it quickly. Next is save and send your resume as a PDF file. Always save the final version of your resume as a PDF file and send it instead of a .doc file. This ensures that the format of your resume remains intact and is not modified even if the employer's version of the MS Word software is different than yours. Last, it is very important to update your resume from time to time. Before sending it to any company, always add any new information such as new training programs, projects, internships or any other academic qualification that you may have done to your resume. Also make sure that you check that information you are providing is relevant to the profile you are applying for. This is the best way to avoid sending any outdated information and helps you highlight your job specific skills to the prospective employer. That was all about the things that you should keep in mind while creating your resume. I hope that you will be able to create an impactful and error-free resume using them. In the next video, I will talk about the steps of creating your resume using International Resume Maker. It is free and you can use this resume to apply to jobs and internships. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. All the best.